you're done. You're done with the burnout culture. You're done with being exhausted. You're done with always caring more about other people. I get it. I hear it. Yes, I love it. But what do you do with that now? I'm here to tell you my story of burnout, moving past it, and how I found work-life balance. Hint, I didn't. Balance is a load of shit. Hiya, I'm Ellie. It is nice to meet you. I am a vibrancy coach. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Imagine. At heart, what I do is I help busy, ambitious people who give a shit about the world move beyond being busy all the time and instead embrace a life of ease, enjoyment, and high energy. Whatever that means for you. It's wonderful. I love it. It's the best thing I've ever done. And I came to it through my own experiences of burnout and just seeing it amongst all my girlfriends. We're more than that. We're built for more than that. I ain't gone for days. First of all, how amazing is this? I just bought it. I love the shit that I wear. You can see my, whatever, you don't care. I do. I had a pretty atypical career for many, many years. I was a CEO for hire for startups in emerging markets. So founders would not necessarily want to be in market or whatever, and they would hire me to take their idea and get it off the ground. Very little money, no product most of the time, no team, no infrastructure, no nothing. An idea, and it was my job to make it work. And I was very good at it. I scaled multiple companies to 6 and 7 figures. Within 2 years, I did a lot. I'm not here to toot my own horn. I did a lot. And for years I did that because I thought my only value was how hard I worked. I thought the way that I was able to achieve these like insane and incredible results was if I poured myself. I gave everything of myself to the companies, and that's why I was successful. And that's what I did. I gave, and I was exhausted. I burned out several times. The thing is, I didn't know any other way to be than just to keep going. So I burnt out. I would literally collapse and be in bed for a week, and then I would just have to go again because I didn't know any other way to be. This all kind of clustered around when my mother started dying. I had some really difficult decisions to make and I was pretty broken. I gave myself some time off work. I moved to the States to be with my then boyfriend, now husband, and I still didn't know any other way to be than just to give myself in entirety to another company. So I went back to Kenya, ran another company, scaled to some figures, blah, 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 got married, all of this other stuff. And I just kept giving. And it wasn't until I moved to the States and realized that this whole identity I built wouldn't work here. And I lost myself completely. I didn't know who I was anymore. I couldn't just keep going with the way that I'd done because there wasn't a role for me. There wasn't like this need for this like random crazy British lady who would like take your ideas and run with it. There wasn't a need for me. And I didn't know what to do with that, so I broke a few times and I very slowly and surely put myself together. And what I realized through that process is balance isn't the goal. Like, we're not leaning towards neutral here. We're not aiming for zero. We're not aiming to have all of these blocks like put in together and neatly put together, because that's not life. What I realized is that I needed a life where I had more energy coming in than energy going out. And that really became the guiding principle to my coaching practice and how I built this now very successful business where I help other very successful people do the same thing. And it was really leaning into like, fuck balance. Like, we're done. Like, that's not gonna work anymore. It's not helpful. Instead, what is my energy in and how am I gonna manage my energy out so that every day, or at least overall, there's more energy in me than there's energy out. And if you don't resonate with the energy word, I get it. Some people can think it's a little woo-woo. I really just mean like how much fire you have, how much gas you have in the tank, like literal energy. And that was kind of the salvation for me, was I realized I've been living this life where all my energy was out for not very important reasons. Other people's success, and for other people to make millions, and for other people to live the life that they wanted. And I was expecting myself just to give and pour out for that. And I realized that actually I'm more important than that. And I wanted a life where I had more energy in than energy out. And that's what I did, and that's what I want for you, and you can do it too. I promise you can, even though you're probably saying to me like, all right, but I don't want to wear like, you know, faux fur. I don't want to wear faux fur jackets and red lipstick. That's not me. Like, it doesn't need to be you. You need to just get super clear. What gives me energy? What fills up my tank? And is there more of that in my life than things that are taking my energy? And if there's not, let's have a conversation. And also, now you know, good for you, make some changes. If you need some help, I have a wonderful resource down in the first comment below. I would love to hear what you thought of my story. There is so much more to it. Maybe one day I'll tell you it, I'm not sure, but I'm here. I get it. I really do appreciate it. So comment below your biggest takeaway. Comment below if you are done with being busy and overwhelmed all the time and you want a life of more energy in than energy out. And I got you. All right, chowsies.